Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Tuesday, January 21st, I believe, and we're feeding cows. I just had put a little bit here on the ground, but I was just checking out all these new calves, so they are coming pretty quick now. We had a new one yesterday. You can see these are all real little guys, so they're coming, they're looking good. These cows here are calving a little bit early this year compared to what we usually do. But the bulls didn't get out of here last year, so they got bred a little bit early, but not a big deal. They're all seeming to make it pretty good, so we'll just have some early calves. But anyways, we're gonna get done feeding here and head over the hill. So it's another cold start to the week. Yesterday we topped out probably like 15 degrees. I think that's about what we're gonna get to again today. It was about, I think it got down to about 3 last night or something. So definitely cold. Didn't really work outside very much more than we have to. So yesterday we brought in an old creep feeder into the shop and started working on that, patching it up a little bit. We got so we weaned some calves the other day. I guess it would have been last week, maybe Saturday or something, I don't know. But anyways, there's a few of them that are kind of small, and the cows that they came out of are getting pretty old. So we're thinking that they're not really getting anything from them, so they're basically just standing over there in the pasture eating creep feed, and which is not a problem. But since we're already getting all the calves out of there, we wanted to just go ahead and get all of them, since they're not really getting anything from their moms anyway. So we've got this little creep feeder we're working on, trying to patch it up. We're going to set it up out here in a barn. And then we're going to keep those littler calves separate from the bigger ones, and let them eat creep feed for a while until they get big enough to where they're going to make it on their own a little bit better. When we've got some of these ones that we're weaning that are so big, because they were a little bit earlier and they've been eating creep feed, and so they're pretty big, so they're going to pressure those little ones down, and they're probably not going to do very good. So we're hoping by doing this that we're gonna help these little calves turn out a little bit better. So I'll have to show you this creep feeder we're fixing up, and then I'll show you those calves whenever we get them sorted out. Probably not today, but probably tomorrow whenever we're gonna get those sorted out. It's supposed to warm up a little bit better tomorrow, I think, but not much. I was out here checking everything out at the other barn. These aren't the heifers here in the front. These are just the older cows from up on top of the hill there, up on that pasture. We brought them down here for this winter since we don't have a water tank up there. We would have to break the pond. But one of them had a calf the other day. That's this little heifer here. So these are late calves here. There's another one back here in the back. So they had to stay in here with their moms, but they're growing pretty good. But it's much nicer having them down here in this barn rather than up there on the hill where we have to break ice. So we have one heifer pulled to the front because she is about the closest one we found to having a calf so far. But we're gonna walk that back pen because there's the gates coming across here, so the heifers are in the back. We're gonna walk them and see if we see anybody getting close to being having a calf, and then if we do find one, we'll bring it up here to this front pen with the other. So I got good news and bad news. There's a calf laying back here, but we didn't catch it and get it out here, so we're gonna have to get that little dude rounded up. Figure out which one his mom is. I don't know if you can tell right there. We'll get him up here to the front. There, you can see him right there. It's like 15 degrees outside, maybe. So I'm just trying to stay in the truck as long as I can because it's pretty cold. Well, here's Mom right here, 51. She followed me over, but she's not wanting to go over there now. So she'll probably go here in just a second. Calf, he got back up over there. There she goes. She's going now. There you go. Come on, Mama. Yep. That's her calf there. Hit and check. See what it is. Let's go see what it is. Looks like he's a little bull. Alright. Well, we'll keep these here in this little pen here. They'll be happy. He's trying to get in there and nurse. He's trying to figure out where he's got to be at there, but he's trying. He had it just a second ago, and Mom ran over him, but he's trying to nurse. And he may have already, but because he's pretty well dried off. So he's been born for a little bit, but not very long. I don't know if you can see over there, but he's got to the udder now and he's getting some milk, so that's good to see. I had to get back in the truck to warm up a little bit. But Larry's gonna be here in a minute. We're gonna walk these and see if we notice any more that are gonna be getting close. He's got the experience, so I'm gonna wait for him. He's already on the way anyways, so we're gonna do that. See if we can find anybody else that's gonna be close. That way we don't have it out there in the main barn where it could possibly get run over or anything like that. So we'll see if we can find anything else. Wednesday now, and we are over here catching some calves today. Some more of them. They already got these ran in here. I just went and got the trailer there. But I think they're running some more up through here. So we've got the bales kind of set up around here like a funnel, just funneling them in here to the corral. So I think there's one that got away. Come back that way, help them. Okay, well, I'm not very good at videoing whenever we're getting cows, so I should probably get better at that. But we got those and got them into the barn. We had about 15 of them, I believe, on the trailer, so that's all we were able to get. We had that one running around down there, but we couldn't get it in, so she'll have to come on the next load. But got those out there. We put them in a separate pen, so we'll have to work those sometime. And then there should be a few more calves over there in that pasture, because I know there's about 70, maybe more cows than that. So we've only got about 45 calves. Now, granted, not every one of the cows is going to have a calf, just because they're some pretty agey cows. But I'm thinking there's got to be more than that. So I'm going to ride over there here shortly and see how many more are coming out into that lot, because we've got a board, and so that the calves can walk out underneath the board and come out into the separate lot on the other side of the feed bunk. But the big cows, they can't come out, so that's how we're weaning them out of there. So Anyways, we got that. I just drove in down here to put the cattle trailer away in the barn, and one of the old cows is having a calf right now, so I'm gonna stay up here for a little bit and then go check that here in a second once she has that, because it's not going to be very long, I don't think. I told you it wouldn't be very long. There you go, she's had him right there on the ground. He has not been out. He has not been out, but just maybe a minute. He's breathing. She's starting to lick him off now. These cows here in the front, these are a few years old. They've had a few calves, so they are experienced, and they've had a calf, so they know what they're doing. So we don't have to watch these near as hard as we do the heifers in the back of this pen. So as you can see, these are getting pretty big, so they're going to be calving out here every day basically, and then the heifers are not going to be far behind them either. So like we had that one yesterday, that one heifer, she had her calf. So that is the third calf we've had in this barn, second out of these older cows, and then one out of the heifers. So he's looking good. He'll get cleaned off here. I'll come back and check on him later, but let her lick him off and he'll be good. He's trying to get up now. He wants to get up so bad. We'll try again here in a second. Maybe not. He got it. He was up just a second ago and he fell back down. Anyways, we'll leave them to be, and we'll come back later on and check on him. Just because I know he just got born, so might as well come back later and make sure he's still kicking. So probably go eat dinner and come back after that. It's Thursday, and so these here are the calves that we brought in last night. There's about 14 of them, and then here's the little one we brought, so that makes 15, I think. I don't think he's really getting anything from his mom, so he looks pretty rough, so we just brought him out here. I filled up this little bucket with creep feed last night, and he's ate a good bit of that. Then I had a little pile of hay right there, and he ate all that. So I just piled up some more hay, broke the ice in this water bucket. He'll stay here for a few days, or until we get the creep feeder set up in the other barn where we want to put these small calves at. Here's our little creep feeder we've been working on. So we got it fixed up a little bit. Had to put some plates on the side there, plated it up, and put some belting on the inside. We're gonna put it here in this little lot, and that way we can put some calves in here. Okay, it's Thursday afternoon. We are down here working in the shop. Cody and Colton are washing, and they're like re-washing my combine. They're spraying water everywhere. But we just drained the oil out of my combine here, and we are going to pull the filter off. So I gotta get to this filter right here, take this boy off here, see how much of a mess I can make. I've got a pan there, and I've got some big mats. I wanted to do this before I got done washing, but it just didn't work out. So we're gonna do it like this, I guess. Hope we don't make too big of a mess. I'll lay out some of these little mats, and hopefully if we do spill some, it'll soak it up, but hopefully not. I grabbed all the sizes of the filter wrenches, so hopefully I got the right size. I guess I can, I've been using the GoPro a little bit more here, so I got this. I guess I can set you guys up now. I was gonna set you guys up on a time lapse, watching them wash the combine here in a minute. Okay, I went and got a light because I couldn't see anything, so I don't know if you guys can see anything or not. We'll try here to get this filter off. Gotta get the wrench the right way. Oh, that's barely gonna fit on there, of course. It might work though. Oh, look at that. There's what happens when a professional puts the filter on. Our combine technician put the filter on. Was it not? It was like perfectly tight. I'm really interested how much of a mess this is going to make. I have not changed the oil in a combine in a few years, actually. Just never have had the time to do it. And I'm doing it now. I don't know how this is going to go. I'm going to set up this other pan over here so I can maybe throw it in there once I get it out. As long as the filter's not too full, it shouldn't leak out everywhere. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Just perfect. Just perfect, right to the top. It's dripping a little bit in our pan, but that's okay. I'm going to take this down and go dump it in the used oil. Not good. I'm looking behind here and I'm seeing dirt. Dirt that was missed whenever I was washing. You can't ever get it all done. That ought to be tight enough. Get the hours wrote on here. Just like that. 1,500 hours on the old girl. Not too bad for being, I think it's 5 years old, so not too bad, but anyways, we gotta get these fuel filters changed now, and I'm imagining that that's gonna be a mess. I thought this was gonna be a mess, but that's definitely gonna be a mess. Okay, we're draining. We're almost out. Getting close. I forgot to bring channel locks to get the fuel water separator bowl off, so gotta go get that. I'm laying here taking this off and I had a realization. I looked at the hours on the filter and it's only showing like 200 something hours on these fuel filters, so I don't really know why I'm changing them. actually not going to change this because there's no reason to. I guess I forgot that I just got online and I looked up all the filters and ordered them because I didn't know if they needed to be changed or not. But so I was just doing it because I had them here and I forgot to actually check what the hours were on them. So luckily I didn't take anything off. I just loosened up the bottom bowl on that one. So there's no sense in running that again because it's not going to be over the interval by the time that we need to change them. So because we put about 200, whatever the difference is between that, I think like 200 and something hours we put on this season. So we'll probably put about the same on it next year. So that'll add up to about the 500 hour interval that you're actually supposed to change the fuel filters at. I'll make sure that we shouldn't change them at this interval, but I think I'm probably just going to wait on these. And then I may have to check some of the other hydraulic filters because some of those may not need to be changed either. I just started it for the first time. Now I'm going to start it again. Had to get that filter filled up and put another good bit in there. So we're going to start it up again. Got my cab all cleaned up and everything. He's been working on the windows. He's still got some stuff he's got to work on, some streaks and stuff. You got to get these back windows yet, but we're getting ready to call it a day. It's about 8:15, I think. So we're gonna get everything cleaned up. I just wanted to get this oil back in here, just so we had that done, and in case something got started, didn't want it to not have oil in it. So got that done. We'll come back and keep going another day. But pretty happy with what we got going today. I had to take a bunch of shields off of that combine before they started washing, so I was hoping to do that, or I would have had all these filters changed. All right, we're getting everything cleaned up. Cody's blowing out hoses. Trevor's filling up the heaters with fuel, and so we're gonna shut it down for tonight. Got a good bit done here. I'm gonna have them take this oil out while we got plenty of help, so we got it out of the way. We got a tote outside. We put our used oil in down here, but I go back here and shut this light off and finish this stuff up, and then we'll head home. Friday morning. I don't know what this dude thinks he's doing, but he's got out. This is one of those small calves that we've got to get on some creek feed. Anyways, he thinks he's cool because he's out. Okay, we're down here this afternoon now. We are changing some more filters. So we gotta do hydraulic filters today on this combine. So we got this one loosened up. See if we can make a mess here. There's our engine oil filter from yesterday. It's our tote we got here. We put our used oil in, and then actually we've got a neighbor up the road from the main farm that uses that oil to heat his shop. So works pretty good. We're able to reuse that oil and actually get something out of it. I think that's what most of that used oil goes to, is just heaters and stuff like that. Alright, let's get this new filter on here. So I'm going to get a little bit of oil from the old, from this oil that's dripping down right here. We're going to put some oil on this O-ring, that way it slides on the housing good, and then we don't end up wrinkling up this whole O-ring on here, because then that would cause leaks. So we don't want that. Get this on here. And then we just got to write our hours and date, and then we'll move on to the next one. I think there's 3 more of these. Okay, so I was having trouble figuring out where those filters were, because I've never actually done the hydraulic filters on this combine here. So I called combine technician Ray, and he said that there's only one of those filters like we just did, and then there's this filter here, that one, and that is just a little cartridge thing that goes inside of that green housing. And then there is a filter inside of this piece here, so we got to take these 4 bolts off of here, and then this pulls up, and there's some kind of a filter inside of here, and then that's it. So I thought there was more than that. I thought there was more of those other type of filters, but the other combines, like the 670 and the 9870, they're like that. They've got like 3 of those filters like I just changed, but this one's a little bit different. So I don't think I have this one here, because I didn't know there was a filter there. And then I do have this one, I believe. I'll have to check the number whenever we get it out though. Wow, that is tight. Let's see if I can get it broke loose here. I don't know if I can. Wow. Okay, well this tape might take a minute. I'll let you know when I get it. Okay, I finally got it broken loose. I put the filter wrench and the ratchet on there, and I was jumping on the ratchet with one hand and pushing down a little bit of pressure on this filter wrench with the other. So we're going to see what kind of mess we can make now. I can imagine it's probably not going to be great. I guess we're going to find out here. There's some kind of a canister in here. I don't know. We're going to find out though. It's got a lot of threads on it. That's for sure. There's the oil. Figured that was coming. Can we contain it all though? Okay. How much oil you're gonna drain out there? Wow. Oh boy. You guys are in the way. I'm gonna have to move you. There we go. Alright, there's a little filter. Just a little screen there, so there it just goes back in the same housing, so we'll get the filter. Okay, we got our new little filter. So this is filtering hydraulics from either going, I think this is on the hydraulic pump there actually, so filtering it going out or going in, one of the ways. know I don't have the filter, but see what it looks like. That way I have an idea of what I've got to get. Take these all off here real quick and see what we can do. Okay, well here we are. We got this big cover here, and then the filter is literally as big around as that is. So there's my hand. It's literally as big as my hand is. Like I said, I don't think I have that because these are all the same number that that black one that we put on up there towards the front of the machine. Unless I think these are the fuel filters here. This is another one of those same numbers there. So I don't think I have that, so I'll have to get that ordered and get that in here. But other than that, I think we are pretty much done with what we're going to do to this combine. Ray will do everything else basically, so we're about finished up.
You want a piece of pizza?
No, I'm good.
I got 3 left.
No, you gotta eat it.
No, did I eat the whole thing? You want them?
No, I'm good. Guess they're gonna start washing again today on that machine, so let them get started, and I guess we're gonna find something else to do here. All right, well, I'm getting ready to call it a day here and head home. But they're still washing here, so making some more progress today. They're finding places and getting material onto the floor, so I guess that's all that matters. So anyways, this thing is completely done, other than I've got to change that one hydraulic filter, and then I didn't do anything else because they do that whenever they do the inspection and work on everything for us. So we just let them do all that, and that's about all I'm going to do to it. So like I said, they're going to finish up and they'll be quitting here in a little bit. Have to sweep all this stuff up underneath there into a pile and pile up all that material and everything, but I think I'm going to call it a day.